G'day guys, Dom here. So in this video I'm using a bit of a different table here. Main reason is the other table is just covered in a mountain of shit and I don't feel like cleaning it. So we're just going to use this one here and we're going to pretend that we have a good production quality and I'm not just... No, we're going to... You know what? We're going to pretend this is an antique table, specially made for filming knives on. It's totally not covered in glue stains and cuts because I'm not careful when I work. No, that's definitely not the case. Anyway, so today I've got a bunch of stuff to show you, and I've actually got folders, or folder. I'm working on folders right now for the Melbourne Knife Show, and I'm finally going to release the surgeon design. So yeah, let's just get stuck right into it. I guess we're going to start off with surgeons, because I just mentioned them. I've done 5 of these. And they were a bit of a pain in the ass. I did a lot of stuffing around and I binned a couple of these. There were actually supposed to be 8 and 3 of them are, well, one of them is in the bin. One of them is somewhere in the garden because I lost my shit when it fucked it up and I threw it at a tree. And one of them is in pieces because it broke in heat treat and I got upset with it. So 3 of them are dead, but we do have 5 of them left. And one of them is a left-handed one for the left-handed freaks out there. So the idea behind this design is I wanted to make a bit of a neck knife, and I wanted to make a very, very lightweight little knife. These knives average out at 55 grams. The lowest is 44, and the highest is 57 grams, and that's with the Kydex sheath, so there is not a lot of weight in these little knives. And these are also great for a neck knife, which is also part of the design, so very slim to minimize, printing under your shirt or whatever you have. And they've got a rock-solid Kydex sheath in these. I was very careful with the Kydex that I wanted the most sturdy sheath I could. I didn't want the, like my standard style sheath has a big cutout right here, and that's to prevent wear marks. But because I wanted these to be a really sturdy sheath, I left that in there, which gives it a really solid sheath retention. Like this isn't going to pop out. Whatever you do, you can shake it. There's no rattle, nothing. So you can actually neck carry these. In the future, I might do these in leather. But the issue with leather is you can't really use them as a neck knife anymore. It's heavy. It's not really all that great for knife sheaths in a lot of situations, especially for these. But the advantage of leather is that it won't actually cause wear marks in your knife. I mean, I Cerakoted all of these to kind of prevent wear marks, but it can still happen, and it will happen just not as quickly because of the Cerakote being harder than steel, or harder than the blade finish on steel. Like it's a lot more resistant to wear than, say, a stone wash or an acid etch. So anyway, did a whole bunch of these with black Cerakote. I got a guy for it, so he does a killer job for me. And I did these all in black because I really like the combo of the black with the OD green lanyard on the back. Again, all nice and small. So they've got a 95mm handle from memory. So about a 4-finger grip on me. I've got a large hand, so I get all 4 fingers on there. If you've got a smaller hand, you'll probably get a bit more. If you've got like a massive bear paw, you might have to not have that, but you'd have to have a massive hand to not get even a little bit of your pinky on there. So nice and small, good for cutting open boxes, all sorts of utility tasks, which is really what they're for. And of course, rounded and polished edges on all of these. So I'm not going to show all of them because they're pretty much the same. There is one left-handed one in here somewhere. I think that's it. There we go. Yeah, we got one lefty on there. And one thing I like about this design is that it's very easy to nestle in the water jet. Like when you water jet something, there's often like these little odd bits where you can't really fit a design in there. This would work well for that, so I could actually put this in weird little corners in a water jetted sheet. The second thing I like about this is that it's a great platform for testing out different steels. So I've got 8 of these at the water jetters right now being cut out of a specialty, very fancy, expensive steel. So that's something to look forward to. And I reckon it'd be really cool to have these in all sorts of different steels, maybe different colors and different steels, we'll see. But great little platform. And yeah, pretty happy with these. I'm planning on having these at the Melbourne Knife Show. I do have these on the website right now, so I might sell a handful of these on the website. Maybe like 2 or 3, and then I'll keep the rest for the show. So yeah, that's those. Next up, we have a Linerlock. Now this is not for sale and you can't order these. At the moment, it's just not feasible to take orders on Linerlocks. But this will be at the Melbourne Knife Show and it will be for sale at the Melbourne Knife Show. And I'd like to have 2 more Linerlocks at the show. Fingers crossed. They've been giving me shit. We've been fighting. But they're sort of working. Sort of. So if I can just abuse them enough and beat them enough and hit them with enough hammers, maybe I can get 3 Linerlocks at the show. At the moment, it's looking like 2. One of them's giving me shit, and yeah, it's that. I got to order new parts. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But anyway, this one is done, and it came out really nicely. This is my nicest one yet. I think pretty much the newest folder is always the nicest one, because I learned so much doing these things. There's a lot of things in a folding knife that is just different from a fixed blade. You may know how a folder looks on the inside, but there's a lot of little design things that you don't really pick up unless you make them. And this is definitely one of them. And the more you know about a folder, really, the better you get at making them. Like, this is a lot smoother. I've got an earlier lockup on this. This is, what, 15% lockup. So really early. And actually, in the future, I might make them a little bit later than that. Because, well, this one's solid. It's kind of on the danger zone. And it's just borderline being too early. So in the future, I might do 20%. This is like 15%. But again, I'm learning, trying to figure out what's best for it. I mean, this is rock solid. I don't want to smash a blade finish, but you can whack it on a table. Rock solid lockup on the Linerlock there. No stick. And this one almost dropped down. Almost. Not quite, but so damn close to just being dropped down smooth. So once the parts have a chance to, merge together and mesh together a little bit, that's oddly sexual. We're not going to do that on camera. Jesus Christ. Why do I always do weird videos? Why can't I do a normal fucking video where I don't seem like a goddamn lunatic? Jesus Christ. Anyway, on to knives. Titanium clip, action's better. Nice and smooth. It does all the flicky thingies that you want to do. It's got a G10 on there, orange. I didn't sandblast this, I left it smooth. Just to be a bit different, really. And I heat colored all the hardware. The screws, come on, focus. There we go. The screws are two-toned, kind of matching the blade. Even inside these little screws here, if I get a pointy thingy, always a scribe. So, focus camera. Good. I swear to God, camera, I'm going to throw you out a goddamn window one of these days. So, inside here we have little specks of blue, and the outside is brushed, just to jazz it up a little bit, make it a bit more interesting. This one's a double hollow grind, which took twice as long to do as I thought it would, but I'm really happy with the results. It's covered in smudges right now because I didn't clean it, but when you get it nice and clean, it has that glint in the light, and yeah, I love hollow grinds. I'm doing it all the time now. And custom made thumb studs. So yeah, that's that one. That will be at the Melbourne Knife Show for sale, and hopefully 2 more, but we've covered that. We'll see how those two go. We'll see. Anyway, so there we go. Whole bunch of knives. These are on the website. I'll sell a couple there, and then the rest will be at the show. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. A bit of a heads up. I am working on another build video that's going to be up sometime next week, maybe this weekend if I get my shit together. A bit of a sneak peek, actually, is these things. So I'm actually not making a knife, so you guys can guess on what I'm making in the comments below. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.